What's going on, guys? In this video, you're gonna see a full interview with one of our clients, Gary, who runs a brand called Edward Creation. And then after that interview is done, you're gonna see me essentially breaking down all the stuff that we did to generate such an amazing result for their brand. I'm gonna go through all of it. And on the bottom of this video, in the chapters on that little time bar, you can click to either go straight to the interview or straight to that breakdown, whatever you wanna see most. See you soon. What's going on, everyone? I am here with Gary from Edward Creation. Gary, to begin, you mind just introducing yourself and just telling the viewers a little bit about what you guys sell?
Oh, hi. Yeah, my name is Gary, and I am the owner of the Ever Creation. We are selling the home furniture, and yeah, those are our main category.
Nice. And so, right off the bat, I just want to ask, how much money has our team been able to generate for you guys in our time working together so far?
Okay, yeah. So the result is really good. So we have been working together since November last year, 2024. And till the performance till today, February in 2025, we have been generate 640,000 from the email alone. So this is really power big number.
Nice. Good stuff. Love to hear it. And so, one of the main questions that I just want to ask you, and because I think this will be really valuable for the viewers as well, is just like as a brand owner, like as the person running all this stuff, how important do you think email marketing is for the overall success and profitability of the brand as a whole?
Yeah, it's really extremely important for nowadays because you know that we pay ton of money in Google ad and Facebook ad. But the return on investment is getting lower and lower. So in 2022, the ad cost from 2022 to nowadays, the ad cost jumped double. Yeah. So that is why we need to we switch from the 100% rely on the ad cost to rely on the email. Because the email is our customer base, right? So every time we send the campaigns and it's free. It don't charge any money.
Yeah, and remind me, before we started, what was like the setup? Like what were you guys doing for email marketing?
Before that, because our design team is didn't do a really good job, and we just set up really basic flow from the payroll, and using the default setup, uh, it's just a two email sequence for the abandoned cart flow or something like that. But after working with you guys, I see you guys have scheduled the weekly campaign and improve our working the abandoned flow, so that help a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, it's cool to hear. All right, cool. And then before we got started as well, like back then, so everything basically before November, what was the biggest like problem that you were trying to solve? Maybe specifically with email marketing or just the brand as a whole?
Before that, our email contribution rate is really low, and then we are out of the idea of what the campaign we should send. The most common campaign we send is the doing the promotion, 5%, 10%, 15% off, right? But we didn't focus on the value-based campaigns. Yeah, but I see you guys do a lot of the campaigns, don't including the discount or something. It's just the educational campaigns to educate the customer. It's a value-based rather than focus on the discount only.
Yeah, that education piece has been huge. It's been a massive piece of the strategy. So cool. Glad to hear that. Well, before we jump off, do you have any closing thoughts for the viewers or anything else you want to say before we end this?
Uh, yeah, I see the challenges is keep coming because the Apple is changing the iOS setting. The new version is coming, and to be able to be deliver the email to the customer inbox and then have the high opening rate and high click-through rate, that they are the challenges. But I think you guys can handle it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely a lot of testing you want to do for that, but As we get some data in, it'll be interesting to see kind of like what happens there. But awesome. Well, appreciate you jumping on, Gary, and everyone watching. Go check out Edward Creation. It's been a pleasure working with you guys thus far. And cool. Talk soon.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're back, and now we're going to take a look at how we used email education to add over $114,000 in new email and SMS revenue for this brand on very short notice for Black Friday, Cyber Monday time. So once again, here's a quick look at this brand's creatives, the type of stuff that we are creating for them. Now, first of all, the numbers that you actually care about above all else. So we took this brand from $73K a month from their email and SMS marketing to $188,000 a month. We took their attribution, meaning how much of their total revenue was attributed to us on the email and SMS side of things. That went from 14% in the month before we worked with them to 27% just 30 days later. Once again, this was a 30-day time span for all these numbers. The campaign revenue went from literally $0 the month before, $30,000 the month after we started. And then on the week of Black Friday, we collected $68,000 from email and SMS alone. So right here, you can take a quick look at that screenshot from the 30 days before they started working with us. So you can take a look at those numbers. And then this is a quick snapshot of the 30 days after we started working with them and all the boosts that we saw from that. Now, first up, I want to talk about the importance of email education. So this brand in particular sells higher ticket items, typically at least $500 to $700 in price. So as a result, we had to do a little more teaching and provide a little bit more value than we typically would. But do not get me wrong here. We are huge advocates for the value-based approach to email marketing, like just giving a lot of valuable content that the list really enjoys and that type of content that keeps them around long term. And I legitimately talk about that all the time in a lot of the content I make. But for this brand, we actually had to take that and bump it up another notch. And you're gonna see that firsthand right here in this creative transformation. So up top here, you can take a quick look at some of the creatives that they had. Here's one look at that one. Here's one look at this one. As you can see, everything was just very generic and there wasn't a whole lot going on in terms of like creativity or making the reader actually get engaged. And then here you can see some of the upgraded creatives that we've made for them. There's one set there. There's another set of some other ones here. Keep in mind, these are snapshots from different pieces of the email, but we just want to throw together a lot of like examples of the types of creatives and copy and structures and layouts that we were using for them. Now, the biggest hole that we filled when we started with this brand is that when we first got started, they were like very busy, so they could not send any campaign emails out. Really, all they had running on the email side of the business was just some basic flow automations, and they essentially neglected campaigns completely. So we built a campaign strategy tailored to them, and we began sending 3 to 5 campaign emails per week and an SMS message every week as well. And essentially, we ended up taking their campaign revenue from $0 a month to $30,000 a month. There's a before where you can see that $0 in campaign revenue, and then an after we can see we bumped that up to $30,000. All right, so as for the SMS strategy, SMS, I like to say it's a very good like supplement to your email revenue, and it also keeps your brand and your offers top of mind to your list. So in this brand's case, they were not doing any SMS at all, so we went to the drawing board and implemented this very simple yet very effective SMS strategy. So we started sending 1 to 2 SMS campaigns per week, given the week. We set up an SMS opt-in step on their form. We set up an SMS welcome series, an SMS response series, which will essentially just give people an automated custom response based on what they told us in the welcome series. We added an SMS browse abandonment flow, an SMS abandoned cart flow, and an SMS abandoned checkout flow. And as a result, their SMS revenue went from $0 to $8,000 again in just 30 days. So right there you can see it's at 0, and right there you can see it's at 8. Now, what does this mean for your brand? I want you to actually ask yourself, are your email creatives truly educating your customers enough to get them to buy the products, and are they doing it in a well-designed format? Is your SMS strategy lacking anything, like anything that I just explained to you? Are you focusing on your campaigns as much as you know you should be, or are you making the mistake that this brand is making right here? These are all things that I think are great to consider for your brand, and I hope that you can use what we did for this brand and implement it for yourself. However, if you don't have the time to do this, or you just want a dedicated team to come in and do this entire thing for your business, we are an email and SMS marketing agency, and we've done this for over 50 e-commerce brands at this point and generated well over $6 million. So I'd be happy to come in and do this exact same thing for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link at the very top of the description where you can book in a call with me. On that call, it's essentially essentially a free strategy call. So we're gonna jump on, talk about what you're doing right now, what the setup is, what the results look like what you've tried, what hasn't worked, all that type of stuff we'll cover, and then we'll get into exactly how we can help you guys out and essentially just find out if it's gonna be a good fit. So any questions, drop those in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon.